dish. Are we good, guys?
Can you repeat that part, please?
Okay, yeah. So repeat the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So my name is Benji Travis, and this is the live edition of the baked Ziti recipe combined with a lasagna. So if you're a pasta lover, you're gonna love this. Make sure you let me know where you're watching from, or what you love to cook in the kitchen, and also any questions you might have for me about my kitchen, about the ingredients. I'm gonna be cooking this recipe from beginning to end. Say hello to Carla. We got Chris behind the lens. We got Nucci over there. Nucci, are we ready to go? All right. So we're going to get right to cooking. Let's go into the ingredients here, Chris. So for the sauce, we've got a hot Italian pork. We are also going to just be using this red sauce that's in a jar. I also add some tomato paste. For the vegetables, super simple, just doing some onions that I sliced super thin, and then I've got some carrots that I minced up in a food processor. We're using Ziti. You can use any kind of penne if you want, or any kind of small noodle or pasta. Anything works. Probably not like spaghetti though. So what makes this even better than your normal baked ziti is the bechamel. So for the bechamel, start off with some butter. We've got some flour. We got the milk, very normal. And then we have Parmesan cheese. This is what's gonna really enhance the sauce. And then I top everything with shredded mozzarella. So without further ado, let's get to cooking. Nucci, let me know as I'm starting this where people are watching from. I would love to know. And then remember, ask your questions because I'm gonna have about 30 minutes where I'm baking the dish and I need something to do during that time.
Sweet.
All right.
People from Manila.
Manila, shout out.
Rhode Island, Los Angeles, Nebraska, Cleveland, Ohio.
Coast to coast, across the ocean. Our prayers are with everybody in the Philippines. It's crazy what's going on over there. Hopefully everything is getting better and people are staying safe. So let's get right into the pot. So I'm gonna cook my pasta sauce first. That's the most important part because it's gonna take a while. And I'm gonna first add a little bit of oil. So I'm just using olive oil. Usually I use like a pork fat or beef tallow, which are just natural forms of oils. And so I'm gonna go ahead and let that kind of mix up. I'm using a wooden spatula here. Whoa, we got some fanciness going on right now. So you guys can see me on the wide angle and you can see my pot. I love that. We've got this full setup. This is only the second time we're doing this. So I'm gonna go ahead and crank this up. It's gonna get smoky in here. I do apologize, but that's just the way it is. One day maybe we'll have a better setup.
Someone asked, freshly shredded or bagged mozzarella?
Okay, definitely freshly shredded if you can, but there's nothing wrong with the bag stuff. I use it all the time when I don't have a lot of time. So all good. All right, this is gonna get kind of loud. So this is a hot Italian pork. You can use regular ground pork or mild. I just like the kick that you get with this. Ooh, I can already smell those peppers. And Nucci, don't feel like you need to do picture in picture the whole time, okay? All right, so the goal here is to just brown the meat first. I'm not gonna cook it all the way through just yet, because I'm gonna add the other ingredients here in a second. So I'm not sure what you guys caught at the beginning, but I am going to be posting this recipe tomorrow on this channel. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. But as you see in here, I'm using a big pot. This is a all-clad one. It's great if you have a thick bottom because it's going to be able to sear your meat a lot better. And all I'm doing here is breaking it up so that it's not too chunky. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this do its thing. Gonna go ahead and turn up the heat on that guy. So the next thing is the onions and the carrots. The trick here is to get these minced up super small, because if you do, it doesn't take as long to cook. You hear about 5-hour sauces. I've done ones even longer than that. But if you get these ingredients really small, especially the carrots, it doesn't take that long. In fact, this will be the quickest I cook this dish, partly because Judy's probably really hungry right now. It's like 5:40 here. Anyway, just getting this all set up. You can use any sauce that you want. There's no rules here. If you're using canned tomatoes or raw tomatoes, it's just gonna take you a lot longer, FYI. All right. Woo. You know what? I should probably undo this. Don't want to get the steam up on there. Baked Ziti will go over here. All right. So in my pot, this meat has really browned, but it's not quite ready. And that's okay, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to scoot everything off to the side right now. I'm going to start off by adding the carrots. At this point, you're just going to get the carrots sweating and softened up. So again, you don't want to have to spend 2 or 3 hours. And this is the key to shortening the time it takes to make this sauce. Did I go through all the ingredients already?
Yes.
Oh, I never did, because it got cut off. Okay, so it's all good. We're gonna go through all the ingredients, but one thing that makes this baked ziti different is I put a bechamel sauce, and it's a Parmesan one. And somebody asked, freshly shredded? Yes, it was freshly shredded. So the carrots have definitely softened up. I'm gonna just go ahead and let it stir a little bit more. I don't know if you can see this, but I scoot all the meat off to the side. And this is so that I don't have to remove the meat. This is why having a big pot really is important. And you know what? I feel like this is good enough. So I'm going to go ahead and scoot this off this side and add my onions. Now this seems like it's a lot of onions. I might actually not use all of it. Oh, who cares? But onions really reduce down. And this is going to continue cooking as I finish the rest of the dish too. So it's all good.
You want some questions?
Yeah, give me some questions.
Alrighty, so this one is from, I got 3. So this one's from Trangi.
Okay.
Hi from Australia. What's your favorite Filipino dish?
My favorite Filipino dish? Whew, that is a hard one. So my wife is Filipina, and I've eaten so many different dishes. You know, I would say right now it's lumpia. I just put up a lumpia video, and a lot of you guys are loving it. So that is my favorite. But I love adobo, I love sinigang, I love bulalo, which is basically a beef stew. So one thing I'm going to do now that I've kind of cooked this a little bit, I'm going to salt and pepper. Really important that you salt and pepper as you're cooking this dish, because that heat is going to help activate those seasonings. You don't want to do it afterwards. Do it while you're cooking. And I know it seems like a lot, but remember, this is going to create a lot of sauce. All right, here we go. So if you guys are watching right now and want to cook this, you can obviously learn from this live stream, but I will be uploading this tomorrow morning, and I'll have all the ingredients there. Are the ingredients down below on here? Yeah, so you guys can get that and want to copy and paste, you can, but tomorrow the actual video that's edited, that will be a lot shorter than this, will be finalized. Let me know in the comments area, what's your favorite pasta dish? Personally, my favorite is a bolognese or a meat sauce. Carbonara, made that on this channel. Chicken Alfredo, fettuccine Alfredo, popular. Lasagna, probably one of the most popular dishes recently uploaded. Chris, what's your favorite off the top of your head?
I think
Since
it
you're like
has to
1/17th Italian, you would know.
I
You're
think it's definitely the chicken Alfredo.
the fettuccine Alfredo,
Yep.
white sauce.
Yep.
Neutrally, what's your favorite?
Probably the that one. Where did we go to Everett? That bolognese, the beef one.
The bolognese.
Bolognese, yeah.
Yeah.
So what are people saying in the chat area their favorite is?
This Gabby Soto said lasagna for sure. Valerie says Alfredo.
You know, one of the things about lasagna, and this is why this dish is so good, the one I'm making today, is the bechamel. It's a white sauce, and I spruce it up with some Parmesan. Whew! And there's gonna be layers to this recipe. So what I like to do here is just let this cook, as you can see, really reduce down because it's gonna shorten the process a lot if you cook this thoroughly.
I got a pretty good one. Ready?
Okay,
From Miss Chia.
Miss Chia, okay, what's
How
up?
do you think you'll do in a cooking competition such as Chopped?
I would do horrible. The thing about me is I like working at my own pace, as these guys know, because we were gonna start this 3 hours ago. But it's not that I don't like the pressure. It's just I don't have any interest in it. So my hat's off to those guys that do it. So what I'm doing right now, I'm starting the bechamel, and what you're going to want to do is make sure this milk is warmed up. So this is whole milk. It's about 4 cups. This is going to be the basis of that white sauce. So I'm just putting it in this pot here. One thing about doing this live is you're juggling a lot of things. Another thing that's going on is this is cooking too up here, Chris. This is pasta water. You're gonna want this nice and salted and hot and a rolling boil. So doing all this at once. Put that over there. All right. So if you're just chiming in right now, I'm making my Ziti lasagna. That's the name of it. It's baked Ziti combined with lasagna. I'm cooking this from beginning to end for your enjoyment and hopefully for your next meal.
Someone says this is giving me December vibes.
Oh yeah. So one thing I thought would be cool this year, instead of our normal December, maybe do a 4, 6, 8 hour cooking marathon. Let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. Hit that like button if you would love to see me cooking for 24 hours. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna do it for sure, but who knows? I would love to cook for a long time. I don't know if I could handle that. That's like quite the effort.
We have 340 viewers on right now.
Hello, everyone. The girls are enjoying the weekend, so they love Fridays because that's the beginning of the weekend. They're probably on their iPads right now. Judy's definitely editing. This is around the time. Mama's probably taking care of Leah. But I'm cooking dinner for them. Thought, why not go live? It did take a lot of work, and it's later than normal to eat, but it's all good. Okay, this is pretty much done. I'm going to add the sauce now. So all I'm doing here, obviously taking the top off here and dump it in. Try to do it slowly. Oh, don't want it to splatter too much. There we go. So what did everyone say to me going live, doing a cooking marathon for December?
Yes, 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 please.
24 hours, crazy. Do it.
It's crazy that we went live for 24 hours, period.
The amount of dirty dishes if you do.
Oh
24
my
hours
gosh.
Oh my gosh. And we know bitches
So
don't like dishes.
Chris and Neutrally might have to learn a new skill here.
We might have to hire someone to do dishes. That's what he's saying.
Well, I already thought about that. If I did a December marathon of cooking, I would probably have a whole station outside for dishwashing because it would be too crazy in here. I'd want this whole part of the kitchen and house dedicated to cooking.
Just do it.
Someone goes, you won't.
I don't know. Is that a challenge?
Take that.
One thing I thought would be cool is getting some of my chef friends that have YouTube channels and cooking with them digitally, especially, 2020. By the way, our prayers go out to everybody that are going through hard times, especially if you got somebody that, is dealing with some health issues. So I feel more people are cooking than ever. So I think it would be a relevant time to do it. Okay, so this is going to go ahead and cook just for a little bit longer on this part of the stove. And then I will move it and start cooking the bechamel. I'm adding some tomato paste. I like the tube because it's just easier than the can to save after, because sometimes you don't use very much. I'm just gonna, they say it's double concentrate. I don't know what they mean by that because it looks just the same. That's probably gonna be enough right there. I'll show that neutrally on the inside. There you go. You'll have to excuse our whole setup. This is very new for us. We're still figuring it out. But if you think this is cool, watching a recipe from the beginning to end, let me know. Now that I added that tomato paste, this is basically done in terms of ingredients. All I want to do now is let this cook for as long as I possibly can. I'd say probably another 20 minutes or however long it takes for me to make the bechamel. So I'm going to go ahead and start moving these pots around. Please leave your questions down below. Let's get this up. We're going to go ahead and move these pots around and start with the bechamel. I don't know if you noticed, but I did add some water to this to get all the extra bits out of it and also add some extra moisture to the pasta sauce because it is going to cook down. Let me go ahead and move this all around. Turn off the heat here. Milk is probably warmed up, but I'm going to want to continue warming that up. I'll turn on this burner and then move this over here. I'm going to crank this tiny little burner up though. Up on high. There we go. Get that one up on high. So bechamel is very fancy and it's not easy to make, but it's easy to learn how to do it. What I mean by it's not easy to master it. It just takes a while. It took me a long time, but it's very forgiving. So is that focused? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's see here, make sure this is going. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is heat up this pan. Got the heat on right here. The sauce is over here to the side. You want to get in here, right here? Yeah, get over here and then show them. So this sauce is right here on the smaller burner. I've got it on high, and that's just going to continue cooking down. I want it to reduce a little bit, but I'm just continuing to cook those carrots and onions, so they're basically non-existent. I've got the milk over here. Let's see if it's warm. Oh yeah, it's getting warm. Probably need to turn, it'd be good if I turned it on. There we go. That's on, that'll get nice and warm. And then I'll be finishing the bechamel here. So let's go ahead and get it focused right here, because I'm about to add the butter. That's the first ingredient for bechamel. How's everything sound? Let me know.
Got a super chat from Patricia W. saying, "Yummy baked ziti."
Yes, you know all about that baked ziti. I didn't realize that baked ziti was such a common Italian-American dish, or that it was something that you had at potlucks. I learned it on another person's video. So I'm just melting the butter. Let's get it up in this pan. What you're going to want to do is make sure to melt all the butter and get it bubbling, but you don't want it to burn or brown at all. All right. Can you smell that butter yet?
Oh yeah.
That smells good.
Good question is,
Yes.
could you substitute dairy-free milk? Or does it have to be fat?
You know, I don't know. That's a good question. I've never tried because I'm a big fan of milk. You'd have to look that up. I don't know if it would cook differently. Let me know in the chat area if I've got any cooks or chefs watching this. All right, so this butter is just barely bubbling. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this flour right here. I'm going to put it in. I'm not going to put all of it this time. And this heat is kind of on high. And same thing here, I want to cook this thoroughly so that that flour is combined with the butter, but it doesn't brown. You want barely a buttered toast smell without burning it. By the way, Chris, if there's a shot that you want that you didn't get while editing, make sure you go ahead and record that, okay?
Yep.
We're just about done editing the video, but we're getting the last shots that we might need.
Can you get Kenji Lopez on there?
Okay, let's bring it back to me. Here, bring it back. Okay, so Kenji Lopez, this is what I say. I would love to have you, Kenji Lopez, collaborating with this channel. I've been watching your cooking channel forever. If you guys want to see a really cool channel, go to Kenji Lopez. He's a dope chef. And during this pandemic, during this quarantine, I think he cooked like every single day. So thanks, Kenji. I was definitely inspired by you. Okay, back to the bechamel. I'm gonna lower the heat a little bit because it's starting to have that buttered toast smell, which is exactly what you want. But you don't want to burn it. If it gets a little bit brown, it's okay. Let's see, let's go. Yeah, that milk is warm. So I'm stirring the bechamel here if you're just joining us. I'm gonna turn this down. What I'm gonna actually do here, Chris, get this. All right, so I'm taking a break on the bechamel. I'll turn down the heat. I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, this is not even close to being hot enough. What's going on here? Let's go ahead and just leave that on there for now. But I'm just continuing to stir the sauce. What I was gonna do was actually go here and pour the, right here, Chris. I was gonna pour the pasta into this, but it's not hot enough, so I'll have to do that here soon. This is looking great. There we go. All right, back to the bechamel. Chris, go ahead and come over here because we're about to start this. If you're looking in here right now, it's barely browning, and that's okay, and that buttered toast smell is definitely here.
Smell it.
Oh yeah, it's good. And that means the flour has been activated, it's cooked, that butter is mixed in there, and now what I do is, I'm excited you guys get to watch this. I know I'm geeking out, but any of my food lovers probably are loving this too, because this is very temperamental. So as you can see, now leave it on Chris's camera for a while. I'm taking this bechamel, which is warm now. It's very important. You don't want cold milk going into this. I'm going to integrate it in there. There you go. And put it back on the heater. Turn that one down low, and then move it back. Neutral, you can show now. And what you're going to see here is that flour start to clump up. And that's very normal. But you have to constantly be stirring. I've thought about just doing a video for this step alone because it's such a crucial sauce that's part of so many different dishes. Okay, real quick, we're gonna go ahead and add the baked ziti in here. When you're cooking the ziti for this dish, you're going to want to cook it for about 1 minute less than the directions tells you to. Hey Google, set a timer for 1 minute. So the reason I set it for 1 minute is because I just want this cover on to stay nice and hot, but I don't want it to overflow with the foam. Okay, all right, back to this. Cooking it. All right, Chris, you're gonna have to get that thing up here. So now it's clumped up. Go ahead and get that focus right in there. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more. There we go. And then what I like to do is just stir it so it's mixed thoroughly. And then now I'm going to start turning up the heat gradually on the element. As you saw there, I just removed it off the heat real quick. Is my breathing really loud? Why are you laughing over there?
He's waiting centuries to change the angle so I have to keep holding it into place.
You started shaking. It's heavy.
It is a heavy. I wonder how heavy it is. Hey Google. Hey Google. Thank you. Sorry for everyone at home that just got their Google activated.
You're still talking.
Oh, there you go.
By the way, tip of the day,
Yes.
Benji.
What?
When your timer goes off on Google,
Yeah?
you just say stop without saying hey or anything.
Oh, really?
And it stops right away.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have
so
to
that way you
remember
don't
that.
have to.
I think I've heard you say that before.
Oh yeah, I said it.
There we go. I'm just stirring that pasta.
Alright, someone just said this is not live. Pretty sure it's live, my boy.
Yeah, it is definitely live. But it's all good. You can think whatever you want. All right, going back to the bechamel now. It's starting to clump up. Now, normally, yeah, you can come over here if you want. Normally, you would use a whisk, but at the very beginning, I just like using a wooden spatula because this is how I saw another chef doing it. I'm just gonna stir this sauce real quick. All right, really important that that sauce doesn't burn. This will really work your muscles. Okay, I'm kind of cutting it too as I'm stirring. I'm gonna go ahead and move it over now. Scoot over real quick. And at this point, I am going to switch from my wooden spatula to the whisk. After this one right here. There we go. All right, boom. It's slightly off the element. And I'm gonna move it back. Okay, you can go now. Turning the heat back up a little bit. So bechamel is delicious. Normally it's just milk, butter, flour, salt and pepper, usually nutmeg. And you can use this for lasagna, of course. I'm using it for this dish. But it also makes a great base for any kind of cream sauce or a fettuccine alfredo. I like to have bechamel for many things. I even use the leftovers for eggs. I'll put it on top of the eggs in the morning. Let me know if you're watching right now, where you're watching from. What are you going to eat for dinner? What did you last eat for your last dinner? And then Nucci, let me know what people say.
People are saying why your bechamel is so thick.
Why it's so thick? Well, okay, it's really thick right now, but it's going to thin out a little bit. You know, bechamel can be as thin or thick as you want it for whatever you're cooking. So, all right. So let's actually turn this down. I'm now going to switch to the whisk. But the reason it's thick right now is I want it to sit at the top of the dish and not get mixed up with all the other ingredients. So that's why it's thick, but it's going to thin out a little bit. I know it does look really thick. Let's see here. Chris, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
As I'm mixing this, go inside of that fridge, grab the jug of milk. Not that one, but the other one that's right behind it. And just pour a little bit of milk in there. So with bechamel, it's really important to constantly be stirring because you don't want to burn this, okay? Yeah, I'll tell you. That's good.
Someone just said, just trust the process, y'all.
Why? Why? Was someone's like asking about the...
Yeah, just trust the process.
It's not even done yet.
Yeah. Yes, it isn't done, so that's why it's super thick right now. But I'm going to go ahead and move this off. I will start adding the rest of this milk right now.
We got 600 live viewers watching from around the world.
Hey, where are people watching from? I want to know.
Someone just said LA, someone just said Houston, Texas, someone said the UK, it's 2 a.m. in the UK.
Wow.
In Italy.
And then what have people eaten for dinner so far, or about to eat, or last ate?
Someone said sausage and pepper.
Sausage and peppers, sounds good.
I see one for Mexican rice with chicken and red salsa. Cuban.
So whoever was asking about why it's so thick, look, it's really thinned out. In fact, I'm gonna add the last of the milk here and it'll be done.
Dallas, Texas, we're eating tacos and enchiladas.
Ooh, that sounds really good. All right, so this white sauce is really turning out nice right now. I'm gonna add the last of my milk. There you go. See, I put more milk in here, or Chris poured it in there, but I don't even need it. Because you actually do want it thick. I'll probably just add it, I don't care. Cheese is gonna thicken it up.
I don't care, I'm gonna do it. Someone said they ate wheat thins with a sad face.
What's that?
They ate wheat thins with a sad face.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that was all you had. That is unfortunate. If that's what you like to eat, then good for you. There's nothing wrong with it. Everybody got different preferences.
But people can make the bechamel sauce and dip their wheat thins in it. It'll taste
Oh my
great.
gosh, that is it's bomb. This bechamel is done. I'm just gonna leave it on a very low heat. I'm gonna constantly stir this. The first thing I'm gonna do though is salt and pepper it. So give me another question, if there is one. If you guys are watching right now, go ahead and submit your questions about cooking, about this kitchen, about my ingredients, because I would love to answer as much as possible while we wait for this to get, wait for this to finish cooking.
Vanessa Sanchez asked, what is the next dish you're trying to perfect?
Ooh, next one is my scalloped potato recipe, for sure. Infamous. Back when Austin was shooting with me, we went through 3 different shoots and it was horrible and we just gave up. I don't want to give up anymore. I want to actually cook it. So scalloped potatoes.
Next week.
We'll see.
Next week.
Okay,
About to make the
so
box set tonight.
all right, so let's go ahead and hold it on Chris's camera now for a while. I am basically done with the pasta. Timer is going to go off. In fact, I'm just going to turn it off. And so the goal here is to get the pasta al dente, which means there's still a bite to it. I probably cooked it just enough, and I'm going to remove it here in a second. And all I'm going to do is put it off to the side. For my sauce, this is also looking good. It's really reduced down. And you definitely don't want this to burn, so constantly be stirring it.
Sorry, caught me off guard.
And then, Chris, you're gonna have to hold it.
Yep.
It's on yours, so come over here. Last but not least, the bechamel. So I'm going to salt and pepper this. Now, one of the keys here, go white on here, is white pepper. And the reason you want to use white pepper is because it integrates into the sauce much better. And then also salt. Where did I put? Oh, it's right here. Salt. And salt. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that right now. I've got it on a super low heat. White pepper. I'm not sure where you can get white pepper or if it's available everywhere. I believe it is. Asian grocery stores definitely have it. And this one actually is like a Chinese brand, I think, Golden Coin. So what I'm doing with the bechamel here as I continue to stir so it doesn't burn is just salt and pepper it.
Got a good question from Violet.
Okay.
What kind of wine with this dish?
What kind of wine? Wow, that's such a good question. Any wine. But I would say a red wine would be good. In fact, I'm going to pour myself some wine here in a second. The bechamel's done. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead, right here, I'm going to turn it off. But one of the ways you can tell if it's done or not is you take a ladle, go like this. See how it's not really dripping off? That's the key right here. Oh, that tastes so good. But it's going to taste even better in a second. I want to lick this so bad.
Do it. You won't.
But I'm not going to. All right, so this is the key here. I'm going to turn off the heat now. And I'm going to add slowly my Parmesan. This is what really kicks it up a notch. And the reason you want to turn off the heat is because you don't want to burn the cheese or scorch at this point, and that residual heat of the sauce is really going to help. Oh, baby. One reason I don't really want to eat anything is because Nucci doesn't like the smacking sounds on my lips, because I really smack a lot, you know, with my...
It's not Nucci, it's just maybe the rest of the world.
One with us three over there trying, and I don't have the headphones. And that's all you want.
So once I'm done with all these different elements, oh shoot, I totally forgot this. All right, let's go wide here, mutually. So this is done. All right, whoa. There we go. So what I'm doing here is I'm just gonna put my pasta off to the side. This is where a dishwasher would be so nice to have right now. So this is done. You can see that it's nice and smooth, it's thick. And I've turned off the heat and I'm ready to actually put things together. There we go. Let's go over here and get an angle of the sauce. I don't know if you can come over here, Chris. The sauce is basically done as well. Now, I would say I want this sauce to cook a little bit longer, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to have the time because I want to get this done. I'll let this sit for, oh, you know what? Let's move it over here. Just realized I don't need this one over here.
15 people.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm cooking baked Ziti combined with lasagna. If you know about my lasagna recipe, it doesn't make it unique, but it's just a little extra step. I use bechamel sauce in it. So in this baked Ziti, I'm putting bechamel. So that's what I'm doing. What you're seeing right now is the meat sauce that I'm just cooking down. And this is, it's been, I don't know, probably like, I want to say 35 minutes since I started this. Ideally, you'd want to cook this for about an hour, but because it's jarred sauce and it's already cooked, you don't have to. And I cut everything up nice and thin. But I'm gonna go ahead and start getting the pasta plated. Yeah, welcome to my channel. If you guys want to see this actual recipe, subscribe to this channel, and we're gonna upload the actual edited video tomorrow.
Much shorter too.
Much shorter, yeah, for sure. And it's gonna be easier to follow. And the directions are in the description, so you don't have to wait for it, but the edited one is gonna be a lot easier to learn.
We're gonna have a good time.
Yep. All right, so let's go ahead and, Chris, get ready for this. We're gonna go ahead and plate everything. Let's go. Sorry, guys, I'm just kind of running around right now. There we go.
Oh, look at that cute thing.
Okay, yeah, it's because Mama has my other plate right now. All right, so let's get ready here, Chris. We're gonna plate. You're gonna have to keep it right here neutrally for a while. I've cooked the bechamel. The sauce is just about done. And now what I'm gonna do is put the pasta in each dish. The reason I have two dishes is because I'm gonna be delivering this to different people, and it'll just be easier that way rather than having to scoop it. Oh, let's see here. Oh, wait. Let's just taste it. That's good, that is good. Put this right here. Gotta make sure to stir this so it doesn't burn. But all you're doing here, this is really easy. You just evenly distributing it. And so the key here, so one thing you're going to want to do is make sure you break this apart. You're going to just pour the sauce right into both of these dishes and then mix it up. But let's check on the sauce. So the sauce is fairly thick right now. This is about the consistency where you can use it if you want. In fact, I'm going to. So go ahead, and what you're going to do here at this point is set your oven to 375 degrees. Start. And that's going to take a little bit, but we're going to put both dishes in here. So I think I'm just about ready. This is looking good. Now, one thing you can do is you can actually start this sauce the day before. You can make a whole bunch of it and freeze it or put it in the fridge and just have it ready and just heat it up and make the bechamel. The bechamel, they say you can make it prior, but I don't really like to. Oh, here, let's just show people that. What do you think? Is that too thick now, Chris?
Nope.
No. See? Patient like a circle, everybody. If you don't know what that story is, it's because the girls learned to be patient like the circle on the Apple computers. You don't see it anymore because they don't have to be because they upload so fast, but that was the story of patient like a circle. Chris, I think I should just go for it. It looks good.
Send it.
Do it, dude.
What?
Send it.
Send what?
Send it.
Huh?
Never mind.
What's that? Is that?
Never mind. It's slang for just do it. Like there's no like nothing's gonna stop you. Just send
So
it.
I'm sweating because it's hot in here, not because I'm nervous. But it's so funny. This is one of the reasons why I like to have people like Nucci and Chris working with me, because they keep me up to date with the slang. So I'm gonna send this. Okay. Okay, this sauce is done. I'm gonna start putting this together.
Alrighty.
Is that why they call it Send Foods, Tim's show? Send Foods? Tim
There's
Delegato?
many different ways why he titled it like that.
Okay.
No, it's kind of play on words.
Okay. I have a friend named, well, his name is not Tim Delegato anymore. It's Tim Chanta.
Wangsu, I think.
Thai name.
Yeah, his full Thai name. And sorry, I can't pronounce it right now, but yeah, he used to be called Tim Delegato back in the day.
You know where that's from?
Delegato, like his old rapping name back in the day.
That was like the Fresh Prince.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know the history, but he's a cool guy, and he has a cool show that's really entertaining. I think you can watch him right now on Hulu or Amazon. Maybe it's Amazon, and you should totally check it out. All right, so I'm putting the sauce on here. As you notice, the difference between this and lasagna is the fact that I'm not gonna do like a whole bunch of layers. This is just gonna be one layer of sauce and pasta. Then one layer of the cheese sauce. All right, so hopefully everybody is getting their questions submitted down below. We're gonna be doing a little Q&A while this is all baking. I'm just going to finish this up, so if I'm not talking, I do apologize. All right, let's bring it back down to here. So this is what makes this so easy. You're just mixing this sauce up with this pasta. Nothing complex about this. Same thing over here. Normally with lasagna, you're layering the sauce with the lasagna noodle, with the cheese, and you keep doing that 3 to 4 times. With this one, and this is why I love it, just like baked Ziti, you're mixing it all together, and then you'll finish by putting the cheese sauce on top, or the bechamel.
Hopefully you guys got some good ASMR from
So yeah, like the saucy. Alright. So with that leftover sauce, I am just putting it right on top. And that's going to help create another layer so that the cheese sauce stays on top. And you know what? This, you don't have to really be so precise. Apologize to all my kind of precise people or people that like measurements. But that's the nature of cooking. It's like an art. You kind of eyeball it. Now I do have all the ingredients on the video tomorrow of how much I use, but just depending on the different ingredients you use is gonna determine how much or how little. Okay. Whew. All right, so that is done. And this is the magical part right here. Chris will do the one closer to me first. This is visual ASMR. I heard Nutrally just get ready to eat. It was like he was gonna bite into this. He did what I do. I do apologize to everybody that's really hungry, especially that person that's in the UK. It's 2 a.m. So this is what you would normally layer on top or on each layer. But here I just do it one top layer. So one thing though about this sauce, you were asking why it was so thick. I would actually prefer this to be a little bit more thicker than this, but it's not. And the reason is it's gonna help keep it at the top. Now, the reality is it's not gonna really sink down. You just don't want this to really mixed. Wow, man. Is this what the camera feels like for you?
Heavier.
All right, yeah, okay, here we go. This bechamel has an essence of Parmesan, but it's so delicious. There we go. Sorry for my heavy breathing. I don't know if Nutrally can turn it off, but all right, there we go. That is good there. Last but not least, mozzarella cheese. So I freshly grated this. I'm just gonna put it over the top. My oven is almost to the right temperature, 375 degrees. So I'm going to just sprinkle this all on top. This is what's gonna help it get to that nice golden brownness. Now, the reality is you could put more Parmesan in your bechamel and just leave it like that, totally okay. But this will give you kind of a crust. And also there's something about those sides. So what I'm doing is I'm purposefully kind of adding a little bit extra on the sides because what that heat does is caramelize some of the sugars or the fats that are in the cheese on the edge, and it makes for a nice little crust. Who's getting hungry out there? Let me know.
People are saying drooling over here.
Yeah. Oh man, just wait till you see it finished.
Someone asked what kind of sides are good with this dish.
So I would say, of course, a, what is that? Tomato, mozzarella, basil dish. I forget what it's called. In the chat area, let me know. It's Parmesan. It's mozzarella, tomatoes with basil, olive oil, and sometimes some people put
It starts with a C. Like, is this
caprese salad. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. Of course, you know, here in the States, I don't know about in Italy or other places, but Caesar salad, say is good. There we go. All right. So Give Chris a break here and get it on this camera. We're about to put this in the oven too here in a second. So,
866 people saying what's up.
hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is where I cook and I share my recipes and just have fun. Like today is just a fun day. I'm cooking this from beginning to end. I'm combining baked Ziti with my lasagna recipe. That just went off, so we're gonna go ahead and put it in, Chris. And yeah, there we go. 375 degrees. I'm gonna put both of them in. The reason I'm using two dishes here is because I'm gonna be delivering this to two different places. So if you live near me and you're one of my friends or family, I will bring you food. All right, so this is gonna go in there. I will set this for 35 minutes, which is kind of a long time to talk. So let me know if you've got questions. Neutrally, I don't know what you want to do. Is there a way we can do like a little tiny break, or should we just go for it? Do you have questions?
Yeah, we got a lot of questions actually.
Give a shout out to Chris and Neutrally. They're helping me run this broadcast. Chris is behind the lens. Neutrally is over there. Next time we'll have like cameras, but they worked really hard today to get this setup going.
First recipe you learned to make.
First thing is scrambled eggs or omelet. I don't know. You know, sometimes the gray line between the two is it's close. So I learned how to make eggs first, and that's what I would suggest to people.
Jody asked, Benji, can I freeze lumpia before they're cooked and fry as needed?
All right, Chris, sorry for your short break. We just did a lumpia video on this channel, and we did share our recipe, but let me just show you to answer your question. You asked about, can you freeze your lumpia? Yes, you can. I've actually heard this. We make extra, and we just freeze it, and the reason they're different sizes is because we were trying different methods to make a better recipe, but we freeze it like this, and in fact, Mama says just to cook it frozen, which I don't really understand that, but I know even like with French fries, it's the same thing. Okay, back over here. Do we got another question? By the way, give a shout out to Carla. Thank you, Carla, for gathering the questions. And what's the next one?
Aaron R said, shout out for making my wife say, honey, how come you never get like this?
Oh, sorry. Well, hopefully this motivates you to get in the kitchen. You know, the thing about cooking, you definitely have to start wherever. I started with scrambled eggs, and now I'm making a baked Ziti / lasagna recipe and sharing it with you. But there's something, if you learn how to make bomb scrambled eggs for your lady, and lately Judy's also been making some for me, that will be enough. And you'll learn so much from cooking eggs that it will translate to other things.
Miss Coco asked, will the pasta be soggy because of the sauce? How long do you have to cook with the pasta prior to mixing everything?
So if you're just chiming in, I'm doing a Ziti lasagna. So it's combining baked Ziti with lasagna. And one of the things I love is you don't have to do a lot of layers. You're mixing all the sauce together. But the question was, how long do you have to cook your pasta for before you mix it all together? So I would say you want it to be al dente and lean a little bit towards a little bit raw, because this is going to cook for 35 minutes. And during that time, it's going to really get all the flavors to come together, and it's going to slightly additionally cook your pasta. So, all right, hit me with another question. I'm just going to start rinsing some stuff.
What's your favorite Mexican dish?
Ooh, my favorite Mexican dish? You just tell me if this is really Mexican, because of course, a lot of things that we think of as Mexican might have been influenced by all of Central and South America. But for me, I just love the simplicity of guacamole. I know that's not really a dish. And tacos. That's all I need. If I go to a restaurant, I'm just going for tacos and guacamole. And honestly, tequila. I love tequila. That's not a dish either, but I've been getting into tequilas. In fact, grab me my tequila over there. I want to show you the latest and greatest. Oh, that's not tequila. Have you not drank tequila? Down below, like open up the thing. Neutrally is underage, so I don't blame him. He doesn't know. No, not right there. It's a square bottle. Oh no, not that one, not that one. He grabbed the Patron, sorry. So it's in the other cupboard, Chris, right there. You see a square bottle in there? There you go. That's the stuff right there. So Carla told me to get the stuff. Huh?
You won't drink it straight.
I'm not, well, what do you mean I won't? Like I'm afraid to or something? You trying to challenge me? No, I'm actually going to drink some wine. So grab the wine too, Chris. No, bring that bottle because we want to show people.
Oh.
Sorry, guys. We've never done this before, so they're like, what are we going to do with this? So
Kevin Hart's
right here, Don Julio 70. Okay, here's the wine. This is my favorite wine. So back to the dish, we're doing a Ziti lasagna. And if you're going to have a wine, not only should you have red wine, I think, Empathy Wine. Gary Vaynerchuk owned this company originally. He just recently sold it, so congratulations. But this is the one I would drink. And only because we're in the U.S. and Neutrally can't drink here, I can't offer him. But Chris, did you want something?
I'm down.
Okay, what do you want?
I'll do some wine. I haven't tried that one yet.
Just go get it.
Unless
Go
that's
get a
the last
glass.
bottle, I won't drink it.
No, I have so many. Sorry, you guys. I'm just making sure to know where this is. I have sparkling water for you, Neutrally. So,
Can I pick any glass?
hey, cheers, everybody. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. This is not the end of the video. We're just waiting for the Ziti lasagna to finish cooking, and that's what we're gonna have for dinner. And you can actually go back if you want to see the whole process. But right now we're just doing some Q&A, so leave your questions. I've got red wine. This is Empathy red wine, which goes so well with anything that would pair well. So here you go, Chris.
Gracias.
Actually, you know what? In my culture, Japanese people, it's important that I pour the drink for you. So you're never supposed. So thank you for not respecting my culture by not pouring me my drink. But here you go.
Wait.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No. So in Japan, you're supposed to pour drinks for other people. All right. Cheers. You guys, you don't be like
I got a question.
shy about being on camera. You guys can be on camera too if you want.
All right, question. Ready?
What's the question?
Question is here, Benji. You got any crackers so we can snack on that bechamel sauce?
Oh yeah. Okay. We do have crackers.
Do you?
Here, let me go get it for you. So the bechamel is so bomb. Neutrally, I really want you to taste it too. Here we go.
If you insist, I'll try.
Oh my gosh, here you go. I'm glad you
Oh,
mentioned
yes.
it. Here, grab that. Okay, there's sparkling water in there. Is there another question that you can ask me while you're doing this?
Yeah.
Helena Wynn asked, have you ever tried to make pho?
No, but I was actually watching videos not too long ago about how to do it.
wanting to learn
So
that.
bechamel is a white sauce, and we've got a lot left over. And Chris knows this because he's filmed multiple videos. And this has Parmesan for it. So I'm honestly curious to see how you both like it. I haven't tasted it yet. And so it gets like crusty on top, so get that soft stuff right there. You guys come over here. It's not framed. How does that taste? Is it good?
Is everything
Yeah.
I hoped it would be.
Right?
Plus with on a cracker.
Like, I will sit here while I'm waiting for all my food to finish cooking, and I'll eat all this. Usually Mia, one of my daughters who's a twin, she will sit here and just like, with her finger, just
You'll kill
eat it. It's good, right?
Killed it right here, yeah.
Bechamel. This is the secret. If you want to wow somebody with your pasta dishes and this baked ziti, do a bechamel. If you want to make your lasagnas 10 times better than the average, don't get me wrong, ricotta cheese is what a lot of people use. That's how I grew up. But bechamel, it takes a little extra effort, totally worth it. So, do we got another question?
Yeah, from Gabriela San Juan. Says, what is your favorite go-to quick meal to make?
My favorite go-to quick meal to make, how quick? Because
Let's
you
say
don't,
20 minutes.
20 minutes?
Maybe 15. Let's say 15.
Ooh, 15? I mean, 15 would be grilled cheese sandwich. But maybe 20 minutes, I could do a quick meat sauce, like super, super quick. But I wouldn't use like ground beef. I'd use bacon with maybe some bell peppers and onions, put the red sauce in there. Throw the pasta is what takes the longest to cook, and throw that in there, okay? Neutrally, any other questions?
I got a question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you were, say you met Judy and you wanted to wow her, what would you make her?
If I just met Judy and wanted to wow her, I would I would do steak. I definitely would cook a steak or chicken fettuccine Alfredo. Honey, if you're watching this, let me know. Say hi in the chat. But chicken fettuccine Alfredo is one of Judy's favorites, and that'll win you some brownie points. You guys, that was good, wasn't it? You can. So what I'll do is I'll scrape this off later, put it into a dish, and then I put it in the fridge. And then the next day when I make like omelets, I'll just put it on there. It's a bomb, especially when you put the thing here. You guys finish these if you want.
A question from Linda. I can't pronounce her name. Linda Song.
Okay.
X-I-O-N-G.
Okay, yeah.
Hi Benji and crew. Have you had Hmong food before?
Hmong food, I have not, and I would love to try it. One of my friends, Aiden, he's a dancer. He is, his family's from like the Hmong culture, so I'm trying to figure out where the focus point is. Is it auto-focusing on me? Oh, that's what it's doing. Yeah, it's auto-focus. Yeah, yeah.
Do you want a manual?
No, just leave it. But I have not tried. But back to the pho question. Pho is Vietnamese noodles. I'm sure most of you, if you're watching this or you know me, know what pho is. It's just international at this point.
For reals.
Bomb. But I was looking to make it myself. I was looking at some videos, and it's not easy though. I guess if you're Vietnamese or Cambodians also, right? New Chile's Cambodian. I've only had I've only had Cambodian food once, and it was delicious. Hey, if you're watching me, go ahead and get this thing up. If you're watching me, we are cooking a dish that I just made a video for, and it's called Ziti lasagna, and it's very, very good. We're just waiting for the camera to turn on. It's baked ziti combined with lasagna, and it's this right here. This is the key. Where are we at now? Are we over here now? No, not quite. Bechamel sauce. So I just showed you how to make it. And this is only going to be live for as long as I'm live, and then after that I'm going to probably unlist this. But if you want the actual recipe, make sure to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button. I would love to know what your feedback was about how I showed you how to cook it. The only thing I haven't done yet is clean, but outside of that, I'm just going to pop this out of the oven, dish it up, and it's ready to go. One thing I have not done yet is actually cut the parsley, Italian parsley. Once this is done, once this is fired up, I'm going to go ahead and actually prepare that Italian parsley to put on this dish. So I'm going to cut over here, Chris, okay, after I wash it. But let me know when that is fired up and ready to go. We're just waiting. We've got, oh my Lord, we got 23 more minutes. so yeah, 23 more minutes. Sorry, you guys. So this is not as fun to watch because I'm not cooking, but you can rewind if you want to see the whole process. But these are special shows I want to start doing on Fridays to show you how to do it from the beginning to the end. I was inspired by Kenji Lopez, funny enough. I think somebody mentioned it earlier. And Kenji Lopez is a chef on YouTube. He has a restaurant. I don't know if he's the actual chef there, but he owns it. And he definitely knows how to cook, like really well. And he'll do some GoPro videos of his cooking process. So that's what inspired me. But of course, this setup is crazy. He's just a one-man band, has it on his like a headband, and just cooks it. But we've got 3 different cameras. We got 3 lights going on. And yeah, so cheers to you. I'm drinking some red wine right here. Cheers. Did we cheers yet? Nudesy can't have it, but hey, I keep telling you, there's sparkling water if you want, okay?
Lori Padilla asks, what's your favorite fast food?
My favorite fast food, I'm curious to see if you know, if you're correct. My favorite fast food would have to be In-N-Out.
What?
Yes,
Really?
In-N-Out is my favorite. What were you gonna say?
Jack in the Box.
Well,
I'm talking about like processed, like fast food, like
what? I mean,
not food that's made fast. Like McDonald's
fast food.
chain, probably.
No,
Who knows?
my childhood favorite is definitely Jack in the Box because I grew up with one right behind my house. I lived in Paradise Hills, and Nucci, you didn't know that about me, but a guy was on my. It was one of the most ghetto areas in San Diego during the riots of the '90s. It was a pretty dicey place. But I lived right by Jack in the Box, and that's where I would go. And that was my childhood favorite. Okay, cheers. So yeah, Jack in the Box, childhood favorite, but right now, In-N-Out. They just got it down solid. By the way, we do have a video on how to make a smash burger. Okay.
Gabriella San Juan asks, what's your favorite go-to quick meal to make?
I asked that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, my,
sorry.
yeah, it would definitely be so I have 3 different versions. Grilled cheese for really quick, and then a red sauce pasta with bacon, and then the a little bit longer, but it's quicker than most, is gyudon, and I do have that recipe. Okay.
What type of bread do you like to make with dishes like this?
Bread? Okay, so that's a good question. I'd say, a French baguette or sourdough, like a good sourdough. Actually, we have, Chris is looking over there. He's like, I wonder what bread he has because he was asking about crackers and this. This leftover, it's like money, okay? You could sell this right here. It doesn't look very appetizing, but it is so bomb. In fact, I'm gonna try it with some bread.
I was looking at the meat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, this meat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make tonkatsu later for my lady, Judy. But here, I got bread right here.
Where's this from?
This is sourdough. Oh, made fresh by my mom, and that looks bomb diggity. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. If you guys want, you can try some.
CJ had asked,
Okay.
what is the one food you refuse to try?
Oh, one food I refuse to try? Probably live octopus. I don't think I would be that excited. Look at that. Oh my gosh, with
Oh
that
my
bechamel.
gosh.
I know. Was that the first thought?
Yeah.
It's like a pizza, right?
Just do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely. You guys can send it. That's gonna be my new favorite word. Okay, right here. This is what you do with the bechamel sauce right here.
Give you a break.
No, it's
There we
okay.
go. Okay. Bechamel. You guys, if you want to try this, there's a thing. There's some slices right there. You take this bechamel. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm excited.
Oh my god.
Ooh, it's so moist.
Oh my god. Here.
Is this made like today?
Sorry. Hey, you know what? I just realized Nutrily's not listening. I apologize for my chewing.
I don't want to listen to
I'm
that.
gonna chew with my mouth closed. You guys can talk for a second or ask me a question.
I was going to ask you,
I'm just gonna flatten the whole thing against it.
I know 1902, what's your favorite red wine?
Come over here. I want you guys to get your reaction on camera.
Mmm.
Blindness right there.
Get a whole bunch.
Get the
Right.
whole bunch, okay?
Get a whole bunch.
Now, first off, it wouldn't be as good if it wasn't for the bread. So that bread is the best bread I've ever tasted.
Yeah, my mom made it. Isn't that crazy?
She taking orders?
This is my favorite red wine right now, and
It is like pizza bread.
it's reasonably priced because you buy it online only.
God.
They'll send it right to your house. I don't know about outside the U.S., but Empathy Wines.
Perfect.
Bomb, right? Isn't that good?
The saltiness in it, perfect.
So we only got 17 minutes. I feel like this is taking forever. If you're just watching, let me know where you're watching from. What's your favorite pasta dish? And the guys are looking at the comments. I don't know. Is Carla still gathering questions?
I hate you all.
Why? Oh, yeah. So Carla is on our team. She's helping us gather some questions. And this one's for you. Nucha, you might want to listen to this to make sure it doesn't sound too obnoxious.
You know what? Do it. I think people like it.
Oh my God. Mia would... She'll just hang out with me right now.
Benji, I honestly love that bread.
Yeah.
Is there any way to learn how to make something similar to that?
Well, there's a lot of YouTube videos. There's this platform
Right?
that has a lot of videos on it.
Crazy. You mean the ones
just
that
type-
I like edit and put on? Wow, crazy.
There you go. But it's all about practice with bread. I know in 2020 there was a lot of new bakers for whatever reason. That's so good that I'll leave this out for you guys to cut more if you want more
What's
right
it
now.
called though? Like what's the
Sourdough.
general- just
Sourdough. Yeah.
Okay.
So Chris's mind just got blown with this homemade sourdough bread.
Like I can eat that whole thing with the rest of that.
Yeah.
And I'll be happy.
You know what? I'm gonna cut a couple more pieces for you guys, because you guys, you look like you're gonna
We're starving kids.
get a little bit angry here.
D and H asked, have you ever tried Persian food? It's truly
Yes,
amazing.
I have had Persian food. In fact, I've cooked Persian food before. I don't know if I cooked it really well. I cooked it for a Persian friend of mine, and it turned out really nice.
Very nice.
Here you go, guys. So don't worry, that is a clean thing.
Oh man, heck yeah.
So if you're just chiming in, we're gonna look at the comments. I want to see where you're from. But I am making from beginning to end my baked Ziti lasagna recipe. It's gonna go up on my channel tomorrow. This is the live version from beginning to end, and it's about 15 minutes from being done. I'm gonna take it out. I'll put it on a plate. I'll let these guys taste it, and then I'm delivering it. But the actual video will be uploaded tomorrow morning. I just wanted to do this to show you guys. Okay.
Someone had asked, were there any dishes you like took from your parents or like your mom when you grew up or something?
You know, that's a good question. I'm trying to think. Yeah, oyakodon. Oh yeah, here you go. You need that. Mm-hmm. Did you try it with this? Mm-hmm. Oyakodon is it's a oyakodon. I don't even know what the translation is. It's like gyudon but with chicken and egg. So it's chicken and egg. Kind of weird that you're eating a chicken. You're also eating egg, and you put that over rice. That one I grew up with. My mom would make it in the morning for breakfast. So that's one, and also I'm trying to think. Just like a whole bunch of Japanese foods that I would eat in the morning. I really don't cook like my mom though. I've learned a lot from my mom, and as you can see, like the bread is bomb. Like but my method is different. I don't know. Maybe it's because I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I learn from people, versus her generation learned from cookbooks and just doing it. Any other questions?
I think the best thing
This is the last one, I promise. Okay.
about learning how to cook is you pass that through many other people.
Yeah. All right. So, I'm so glad you guys are here to finish that, because so good. So, if you're watching, you're just getting here. My name is Benji Travis. This is my cooking channel. I vlog almost every single day with my family, and I'm constantly cooking just because I love it. So here I share some of those recipes, and today I'm making my Ziti lasagna, and we're grubbing on the leftover bechamel. I need to make, Chris, this should be the next video. Bechamel, just this white sauce alone. We added Parmesan, so it has a extra kick to it. With the leftovers, you can dip bread into it, crackers. They were eating it with crackers. I put it on eggs the next day, and this is basically the secret. Chris, you wanna, let's see. You can't probably see it yet. It's not, no, it's not. It's not. I don't want to open it yet.
Someone had said it's almost 6 a.m. here. Any recommended like favorite breakfast I should make?
Favorite breakfast? Right now, me and Judy's favorite breakfast to eat is scrambled eggs over a sourdough buttered toast and avocados on the side. And we do it Gordon Ramsay style. So it's very soft, very elegant with chives. So that would be my go-to right now. It's pretty easy to make. Help yourself.
Kelsey Fletcher asks, what is
Okay.
your favorite late night snack if you have one?
My favorite late night snack. So Judy says, when you bring the food over, please bring popsicles. I will, honey. You guys should tag Judy, tell her to watch this, okay? Because she gets to see what I'm cooking for her. But what's my late night favorite food?
Yeah.
My late night favorite food right now is charcuterie. Let me just show you too. So you want to pop that camera open? We're going to go to my fridge and I'll show you all my charcuterie. Huh? Yeah, I know. It's like so trendy. So, by the way, cheers. I'm drinking some red wine, which goes perfectly with this.
I made a charcuterie the other day with like 60 Lunchables.
Wow. You know what's funny? I'm not kidding you. I made Lunchables. I made charcuterie last night, and Judy said, oh, this is just really grown up, mature Lunchables. I didn't even think about that until she said it. So in here is my charcuterie collection. So I've got some uncured salami, And this is actually mold on it. I know it sounds crazy, but it's okay. You just peel it off, and it's pepperoni. This is how pepperoni actually looks when you're not, getting it already sliced. And so this is the meat. The cheese, I buy it like this, but this is Beecher's, which is a local cheese from Seattle, smoked flagship. So this stuff is bomb. It's almost as if you're eating meat or like a smoked salmon. And then this is another cheese. I forget what the company is, but it's also good. And I'll eat that with those crackers that I had before. And then I like to eat my charcuterie, which is my favorite late night snack right now, with wine. That's my favorite thing, or beer, sometimes beer. Okay. Any other questions? You guys, so we've got about 10 more minutes. It might be done before that. You can rewind if you want to see the whole process. But of course, this part you just have to wait. Normally I'm washing dishes, which that's what I'm going to probably be doing for the next hour. I'm going to take it out of the oven, let it rest for a little bit, but I'm going to cut out a piece and let these guys try because they're probably hungry. Unless you guys want to finish this up. This is a bechamel. And then I'll end this. But I wanted to do this regularly to show you the dishes that I put like smaller videos out on, like shorter ones, so that you can see the whole process. In fact, Chris, you know what we should do? We should link this video in the description because we unlist these and make it kind of like a secret thing. We'll do this, okay? So, by the way, if you guys want me to answer your questions specifically and want me to notice them, super chats are always welcome. All your super chats go back to this channel and production because this equipment is actually fairly expensive. Look at this. It's just quite a bit. Go over to the table over there, Chris. So as you guys can see, this is no joke. We're preparing for December. Normally we have about 10 to 20 people helping. This year is going to be 2 people. All right, so any super chats are always welcomed. I'm going to go ahead and answer a few more questions, but super chats I'll answer for sure. And also, I might make a members area because one thing I thought about is doing a membership program, but I need to know from you if you would value it because I feel more people are staying at home. You can't go to restaurants. Unfortunately, there's a lot of lockdowns. I would totally want to start like a private group of members for this channel that want to learn how to cook, and I would put on cooking classes basically for you. And same thing there. It just helps me cover the cost of putting it on and my time. So let me know if you'd be interested. But super chats, thank you so much to anybody that already gave some. So do we have another question? Carla, shoot me a question. You can just message my phone, Carla, if you want, because I don't know if these guys are paying attention. Okay, Carla says, Carla says, Jody asks, current favorite brand of coffee beans. My favorite brand right now, I would say Cafe Luso. I don't know if I have some right here, or maybe I do. No, I don't. I don't have Cafe Luso. So Cafe Luso is my favorite coffee brand, and I don't have any right now, but Cafe Luso. Just type in Cafe Luso. Cafe is 2 F's, and Luso is 2 S's. Bomb. You guys smell that yet? You smell that?
Yeah. Oh, I smell it.
A lot of people are excited that every Friday we might go live.
Yes.
Priscilla Fregoso donated $3.99. $4.
Thank you. Carla says, Anna King wants to know who's my favorite chef. What would you want them to cook for you? So my favorite chef, unfortunately, has passed, and that's Anthony Bourdain. He was one of my earliest inspirations to become like more of a legit cook. Is this focusing still? It's just taking a while. And I'm so grateful to Anthony Bourdain. If you're into food, you probably know who he is. If you don't, you can watch all his shows on Netflix, basically. So if he was the cook for me, I would say there's this French dish. It's a stew of sorts. I forgot what it's called, but I believe they use Bordeaux wine. And he used to work at a French restaurant. That and also French fries and steak. Okay. Any other questions? Oh, wait, let's see. Carla has a whole bunch. Carla says, Deborah wants to know, why don't you guys have a dishwasher and a microwave? So first off, we don't have a microwave because I don't believe in them for our family. I think they're useful. In the next house, who knows, Judy might force us to have one. But we've survived a whole decade without a microwave, and it hasn't been an issue at all. There's certain things that would be nice, but also it's more of a practical challenge. I don't have a lot of counter space, and I don't like too many gadgets and stuff. Second thing, I do have a dishwasher right here.
It just hides.
We just don't show a lot. But if you watch our vlogs, you would know. Well, I guess you don't watch every episode, but we teach the girls to use that. All right, so Carla, I'm looking at your questions here.
Someone had asked you if you could perform the magic trick Judy did on the vlog.
That's funny. You can, if you want to see that, our last vlog, I believe, maybe yesterday, Judy does a magic trick for the girls. Okay, so I know 1902 says, what is it?
Oh, from Cat saying, supporting you and Judy, always cookbook anytime.
Thank you. Cookbook would be awesome. I appreciate it, Kat. I know 1902 says, fave type of wine, such as Malbec, Merlot, or Cabernet. Merlot for sure. That's just my go-to, partly because it's not as popular anymore for whatever reason. So it's usually cheaper. Let's see here. Gina asks, Chris, what is your favorite dish that Benji makes? Oh, Chris, get over here and say what your favorite dish is that I make.
I think, now, we recorded a lot of videos together, and I think some of my best taste bud moments, I would have to say 3 different moments. Ready?
Okay.
One, just because I'm a big protein guy, the smash burger.
Yes.
The smash burger, barely any ingredients, very, very simple, but it's the way that you cook it, just a mouthful of juiciness. The other one I think is, what's that one that you made? I think it was, maybe it was we didn't film it. I think Austin filmed it, but it was the gyudon.
Gyudon, yeah.
That was really good. And
we made that last week.
We did, but we didn't film it.
But
we
liked it.
were live.
I sound like a robot because we had some audio technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
cool.
That's about it, really. I mean, well, there's a whole bunch more. I mean, even the grilled cheese, the avocado.
Even though you didn't ask neutrally, what's your favorite dish that I've made for you?
Alright. I came on.
I love how they're like, okay, so this is the thing, guys.
Let's see.
Ooh, I like this next question.
My
that Carl
favorite,
asked.
when you made the chicken, it was so the
Smoked chicken?
Yeah, the
Barbecue
smoked
chicken?
The barbecue.
I have a
smoked
video
chicken
for
was
all
delicious.
these, by the way.
What else? Obviously, your bechamel sauce. That was delicious. That was the first time I ever had it.
Yeah.
And mind blowing. Then I think I would have to put smash burgers on there too because it was like super simple. It just tasted really delicious.
That was really good.
Whatever you did to it, I don't know. Just anything you touched.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah, just makes it delicious.
Smash burger is really a hit with the girls too. Like my daughters, I have 3 daughters. They love it. Okay, cool. So what's the next question? Because we're about done. This got literally 3 minutes. I've been talking for 20 minutes. I do apologize. Actually, more than that. But it takes a while to bake this. It's just like lasagna. Okay, what's the question?
I like this one because have you ever shared your good tequila with Chris?
My good tequila? Oh yeah, so I never actually got to finish talking about it. So a friend of mine, Carla, in Mexico, said Don Julio 70 is the way to go. And I agree. There's another one I like, but I forgot the name of it. But this is the one that was available at the time. So Carla asked another question here. She says, Selena, Benji, what's the next Japanese dish you want to learn? I made gyudon and it was amazing. Well, thank you so much, Selena, for cooking that. The next Japanese dish I want to learn is how to make ramen from scratch would be one. Yeah, these.
I told you to do. I remember you did a poll on Twitter.
Yeah.
It said ramen.
So ramen, I have done a ramen video before, but I do apologize that this thing takes forever to focus. But another Japanese dish that I would want to make would maybe be Japanese pancakes. I forgot the name. It's slipping my mind.
Can we take this off here now, by the way?
Yeah, you can actually.
I could just use this as the
Yeah.
as a white camera.
And also to neutrally, Carla sent an image So one more question, and we're going to go ahead and move on to finishing this. Okay, cool. What does it say?
You want to read it?
Greetings from the Cayman Islands. Would you ever consider becoming veggie/vegan? Why or why not? LOL.
Oh, well, first off, because I love meat, so I would not consider it. But I don't think there's anything wrong with being vegan. I think generally most vegans, if they know how to eat properly, because there's certain nutrients you need, you can be really healthy, because I love vegetables too. So I would say I eat way more vegetables, or at least try to, than I do meat, generally speaking. But I think it's all about balance. And also it's like, what is your biology? Like, what is the thing that is good for you? That I think is really important, because everybody's body is different, where you come from, and what your ancestors ate, and also what you like, what you enjoy. Some people, one of my daughters, I don't want to say who, because I want them, I want to give them some privacy. They don't really like meat. I've noticed they always pick it out, or they're not a fan even of like some of the delicious steaks. So nothing wrong with that. But any other questions? I'm looking here. Oh, look at that. Chris, go ahead and get that ready. We're going to go ahead and finish this real quick. So we're going to keep it on there basically the whole time. If you're just joining us, this is my channel. We cook dishes that I cook for my family on here. I try to share recipes once I really mastered it. And today we're working on a baked Ziti dish. And that's baked Ziti lasagna, okay? Let me get all this out here. Get this ready. Okay, all right. So this is combining baked Ziti with lasagna. What makes this different is the bechamel. If you rewind, you can see how I cook this all. But the bechamel is the extra step to this, because normally baked Ziti doesn't have this. Usually they use ricotta cheese. Sometimes I've even seen they don't even use ricotta cheese. So this is done cooking. Hopefully it's not burnt. I didn't really check it. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get to this camera now. I'm gonna turn this off. Wow, 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 wow. Look at this. Man, what great timing. There we go. You can leave it up here, Chris, the camera. This has been baking for 35 minutes. I say 30 to 40 minutes, depending on your oven and how done your pasta already is. This is what you want. You want a golden brown crust, and I mentioned on the edge here, you'll get this cheese kind of on there getting caramelized, but all the other things, Chris, I don't know if you can do this, but why don't you go down low here and show the separation? Can you see that separation? You can kind of see it, but there is that layer of bechamel on the top. It's kind of uneven, Chris. You want to? There we go. Bechamel on the top, and then below is the pasta with the red sauce that I just made as I was putting this together. So this is the final dish. I'm going to go ahead and get some plates for these guys. I'm not even going to have this right now. But one thing that's really important when you're making this dish, you want to let it rest. Because if you... I totally forgot to start this. That's so funny. Okay, sorry guys. I like not to distract you guys, but I need... Here we go. All right, so I think they're home right now. But you're going to want to let this rest, just like any kind of foods. Hi, girls! But we're going to want to let this rest. I'm going to go ahead and take it out in about 5 minutes. And because this cheese is so thick on top, I do like to cut it with a knife. I'm not going to do that right now. Chris, you can just leave it here for right now. But everyone got home. Hi, girls. Hey, Daddy's live right now on YouTube, okay? And it's done. Are you guys hungry? Here's Juliana. Juliana, how'd you like this yesterday?
TV. Oh.
Yeah, the TV. You want to say hi, girls?
Hi, I ate 2 bowls yesterday.
Yeah, you can put it on here. Put it right here. Yeah, so Kira ate 2 bowls of this yesterday. Is this camera working right now? This one? I don't know if it is. Oh, it's kind of dark. That's why. But, oh, there we go. So here, you can look right there at Uncle Chris. So girls, tell me, just look right here and it's gonna catch you. Did you like this yesterday?
Yeah.
And do you think people should try this?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of this dish yesterday?
All
All
of it.
of it?
All of it.
The cheese on top, right?
All of it.
And so Kira, she eats plenty of food, but usually she's good with one dish. How many did you eat yesterday?
2.
And how big was your plate?
Big.
It's one of these. She ate one of these. Yeah, so girls, are you gonna eat this too?
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, so I also made rice because I'm supposed to make katsu for Judy, but this is taking so long.
Oh, but
It's 7:05.
mommy said.
What?
Mommy said, "Oh, that's okay."
Oh,
When I told her she's making lasagna, yeah, because she told me. Oh,
Honey,
yeah,
we're
yeah,
still live. We're just about done though.
Oh, okay.
But feel free to come in if you want to say hi to everybody.
Because she bumped her.
It's okay. It's okay. Here, keep it over here though, so let her like just come in without. So we're just about done. This is a Ziti lasagna.
Wow, smells amazing.
And I made this yesterday because we edited the video today and had to film it yesterday. This will be out on my channel tomorrow, 6 a.m. Subscribe. Let me know in the chat area if you guys want me to do this more often. We are about to have dinner here in a second, so I'm gonna go ahead and let them go. Hey, why don't you go wash your hands, okay? And these guys are gonna get to taste this on camera, and I'll go ahead and cut it right now because you guys probably need to take down. So here, let's do this. Get it up on here. Once I cut this and plate it, Chris, that'll be it. And usually you can go ahead and finish this. Let me know in the comments area how you enjoyed this, if you want me to do this more often. I was thinking at least once a week on Fridays. That's when I would plan on doing these. I'm gonna share the recipes that I usually upload, but I'm gonna just show you kind of the long version so that you can see from beginning to end how to do it. And this is super, super cheesy. This might have
It
been
looks more cheesier than yesterday.
definitely because I remember how I had you add more milk today.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening here this way. It looks like that. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right, Chris, you're gonna have to make sure to get a good shot of this.
Oh, it's good.
All right, here we go. And look, little Leah's here too.
Yeah, baby head right there.
Whoa.
Whoa. Look at that.
All right. And here's Nuccioli's right here. See, if you let it sit, it's not going to fall apart like that. Not that that's a bad thing. I know these guys are hungry, so I'll give them a little bit extra here. Here.
Ooh.
Or Juliana, let them come up on screen. So what's the best camera, Nuccioli, at this point? This one right here? Okay, cool. We're going to leave it right here.
Wide too. So it's front.
Hello.
All right, Juliana, go over there to the living room. Hey, be careful the cords down there. All right, let's go ahead and keep it on this one, Nuccioli, right here. Or this one. This is better. Yeah, this one looks better. Okay, cool. Right here. You guys get yourself in frame. So this took a while, but I'd say like what, an hour and a half? Like hour and a half from beginning to end. Normally you want this to sit a little bit longer. You guys go ahead and get in the camera. You're going to be our taste testers.
Ooh, man.
And I haven't tried this yet. I didn't see if it was seasoned properly, but I do believe it's going to be good. If you guys want to see the girls' reaction, just watch the vlog that went up. I don't know. We'll probably vlog this. Tomorrow, okay? You guys, let me know. It's really hot, so you guys are going to want to let it wait. So this is my channel where I teach you guys my recipes, and I just share my favorite food. It's going to be really hot, bro. It's not burning your mouth?
Just send it.
Just send it, man.
Is that really good?
It's really good. Wow.
See, if you're too lazy to make lasagna, you make this.
But it still does take work, but the reason it's worth it is this, the bechamel, which we did, and this is kind of the reason why I want to do this live broadcast. I'm going to make a video just on bechamel in the future. Subscribe to this channel. The actual recipe video will be going out tomorrow morning. If you watch it and you just watch this, please leave a comment about what you thought about the whole cooking process. If you do try it, leave a comment there. Hit that like button right now. And we're going to go ahead and I'm going to let you guys finish. But Nucci, why don't you go ahead and end the broadcast? The girls are really hungry right now. And hey, girls, you want to be in the video?
Look at them. They're so hungry.
Hey, who wants to come here and say bye? Come here. They're just making. Come here. You want to come over here? Go ahead, Nucci. You can. I'll cue you to. Be careful of the cords. Here, I'll hold you guys. Oh, you guys are in it. Here, you want me to hold you? No? All right, say bye, everybody. Hey, this is my Ziti lasagna recipe. We'll be uploading the actual video tomorrow. Subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know if you want me to do more of these. And I'll see you on our vlog channel. It's Judy's Life. You can see their reaction to this recipe, okay? Bye. Peace.